Hey y'all, hey, what's up? We are here for Slaying the Season episode 9. And it's Friday, y'all. Like, if you're excited that it's Friday, put a 1 in the comments. I typically don't really care what day of the week it is. I feel like every day can really feel like Friday if we make it feel that way. But it's really nice to kind of end the week, and I'm looking forward to some things I have going on this weekend. But yeah, like today we're going to talk about the number one thing that you need to do to manage your money like a boss. And I know you guys are all like, what's the secret? Because I want to know how I can master this. Because some of you women are, probably making the most money you've ever made before, or you're in a financial space where you can really like max and crush some financial goals that you have going into 2024. You're probably really excited about where you are in your career or where you're going in your business or your career, right? Money is flowing in. Maybe now you have a two-income household, whatever it may be, right? It's an exciting time, but it also could be like a time of nervousness or apprehension or a little bit of anxiety because you're like, now I have this additional income. Money is consistently coming in and in abundance, right? And now I really just don't quite know what to do with it. And I really want to be better with my money. I really want to build a healthier relationship with my money. But I just don't really know where to start. So if that is you, put a 2 in the comments. But before we go into what that number one thing is, let me introduce you to who I am. If you do not know, I'm Nashaya Richardson, the Play Money Coach, and I work with high achieving women who want to manage their money like a boss so they have more play money to do the things that they value, like travel and spend more time with their family and, shop guilt free if that's what they enjoy doing too, right? So let's talk about what that number one thing is, right? I promise you, it's really simple. But for some people, it is so hard. That number one thing is you. You. If you are in a space where you're like, now is the time, like, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of not knowing where my money is going. Tired of having that feeling of unknown, like, okay, I know that I'm supposed to be paying bills. I know that I'm supposed to be saving. I know I'm supposed to be investing. I know I'm supposed to be doing all these things, right? But I really don't know what to do. Like, it's one thing to say, like, follow this plan and here's a step by step guide, but there's so many plans out there, right? Which is why I focus so much on a value based plan, right? That is going to be the one that fulfills your cup so much in your finances if you really focus on your value based plan. But before we get into that, it's going to be you that actually starts the process of you managing your money like the boss that you are and building that healthier relationship with money, because the difference in the women that I work with and the ones who really accelerate and start crushing goals like really quickly versus, I've had some women that I've worked with were like one-on sessions and they kind of just needed like guidance, or it was like guest coaching in another program, and those one sessions were really good. But the difference is that the ones who were really ready to make the change and they desired that better relationship with their money and they desired that feeling of peace of mind around their finances, those were the ones that were the most successful. The ones who were like, yeah, I know I need to do this. Can you just give me a plan? I might change. This is cute, right? Those are the ones that after following up with them, they were like, yeah, it's okay, but I'm going to do this, right? So they weren't like sold on themselves in that process, right? So that is why you are the number one thing that is going to really, really make an impact on whether or not you manage your money better than what you currently are. Because if you are not in a space where you're sick and tired of whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to be very easy for you to go back to what you're currently doing. So in a month from now, you might say like, you know what, this is cool, but I don't really want to do this. I'm getting bored with this, and I don't really think, all the negative stuff is going to come up, and then you're not going to be sold on it because you're not quite ready to make that big transition. So you can easily go back to where you started. The other thing is really tapping into the root cause of why is it that you are either sabotaging where you're going, or you don't necessarily know, you're not taking the action to go to the next step, because sometimes we really do desire to do something better, right? And for some reason there's something inside of us that is telling us, no, I'm not ready. Whether that be you don't necessarily want to be the rich auntie because everybody else around you may not be able to relate to your rich auntie lifestyle. So if you know anybody like that, or if that's you, put a 3 in the comments, right? It's okay, right? To be honest about it. Maybe, just maybe, you are afraid of the people that you may lose in the process of you building a healthier relationship with your finances and managing your money like a boss, because after a while you stop being able to relate to people. So as you're paying off debt, right, you're building your savings, whether that's your financial freedom fund, that is your savings to buy a house, that is your savings to go on that big vacation, that's your savings to really like prepare for all of your reoccurring expenses. As you start doing those things and it becomes normal, and for you it's like, oh my goodness, why didn't I ever do this? Now this is like totally normal, and I don't want to go back to that cycle of not knowing, or that cycle of not having enough money to pay for things, or that cycle of getting to the end of the week or the end of the month and not having anything left over. You're going to stop relating to people who are comfortable in that space. And that is going to mean that eventually some people are going to fall off in that journey, in your journey, because you don't really have anything to talk to them about. Their focus is over here and your focus is over here, right? So if that is the root cause of why you have not really taken that step to start managing your money like a boss, put a 4 in the comments, right? Maybe you have somewhat of survivor's guilt. Yes, that is a thing with your money, where you start making more money and the people around you aren't making more money. So now you have this guilt of, oh my goodness, I need to help everyone. I need to be the savior. I need to be the one to do all the things for my family financially. And the moment that you put set boundaries and say, you know what, no, I don't want to do this anymore, or I actually want to do this with my money, you almost have that survivor's guilt of, man, you know what, I really should be helping my family, because I am in a good financial space. But I also want to be able to accomplish some other things financially, and I need to kind of make that decision. Well, one, you can find a balance of doing both. So if you truly do want to be that person in your family that helps others, you can do that, and you can also crush your financial goals. It's just a matter of having a plan and finding the balance. So whatever the root cause problem is, or maybe you just, you don't really know about money. No one talked to you about it. You have no guidance. You don't really know where to start. It feels a little overwhelming because it's new to you, even though you know how to make money, you know how to pay your monthly bills, but maybe it stops there for you. And you're like, I really don't know what else to do. So I'm afraid of making the wrong decision, because maybe you've made a wrong decision in the past, right? I have. I've made plenty of wrong decisions, which is why I get so like excited about helping you ladies, so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. And even if you did make those mistakes, it's okay, right? The beauty is that that was yesterday, that was a year from ago, that was 10 years ago, and today is today. And we really have the opportunity to decide to do something different every single day, right? So all of those things really just boils down to you. It all starts with you. When you make that decision to say, enough is enough, excuse me, enough is enough. I no longer want to manage my money the way that I am doing it. I no longer want to be in that space of unknown of what to do with my money once it hits my account. I no longer want to have that anxiety around bills and finances, where if an unexpected expense comes up, I automatically go in panic mode versus, oh, that's okay. I have it. I'm good, right? Wherever you are, just know that it starts with you. And you get to decide that today is the day, right? Today is the day that I manage my money like a boss. So yeah, if you're in that space where you're like, today is the day, put a 5 in the comments, right? So yes, next week I'm coming back, episode 10. It's the last week of Slaying the Season. We're going to end it out with some things that you can really do to prepare for 2024. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will be live talking about that. But if any of this where you're like, girl, I need support because I'm making this money, but yet I don't really know what to do with it, and I'm kind of like in that space, then I invite you to book your financial wellness call with me so that we can really talk about what it looks like for us to work together for the next 90 days. I truly help women go from the feeling of anxiety to peace of mind around their finances. The women that I am working with, yeah, they are crushing it. They are killing it. They are paying off credit cards left and right. They are saving. They are really managing their money. They're feeling really confident about the financial decisions that they are making. And it just feels so amazing, which actually ends up opening other opportunities and level of creativity in their minds, because now they can see what is truly possible for them without having to stress so much about money, right? Like, we think money is just one part of our life, where it really is connected to so many other areas in our lives. So yes, maybe your money is not great, right? Or you're just not feeling very confident about it. But think about how that then flows into other areas of your life. If you're not confident about managing your finances, how confident are you truly when it comes to showing up in your business or showing up at your job? If you're not really sure the bills got paid, or you didn't miss a payment, or you don't have a late payment, how much stress is that adding to your life, right? Is it making, and then what does that stress look like? Because for some people, they overeat when they're stressed out, right? Some people, they don't eat. Some people, they start snapping at everybody else and they got an attitude, and it's like, whoa, I'm not the problem here. Deal with your problem, which is your money, right? So whatever it may be, our money flows and is connected to every other area of our life. So if you're in that space where you're like, okay, I don't really know what I'm doing, even though I'm making the money, and I invite you to book a call, because over the next 90 days, we will truly help you find clarity on where your money is going. And we will also give it direction on where you want it to go with ease and simplicity, right? Also, I'm going to help you really build your savings so that you can start building that peace of mind and that financial stability. Also, prepare you to go into those meetings with your financial advisor. So when they talk about investments and insurance and all this stuff, you're not going in there like, what are you talking about? Even though that's their responsibility, I still love to educate the woman that I work with so that you're not going in there blind and feeling like, I don't really know this information and it's going over my head, right? And within that, we also talk about paying off your debt quickly, right? Faster than maybe the plan you currently have for yourself. And we do that by optimizing your finances so that then you can really accelerate your debt payoff. And along with that, that naturally improves your credit, right? So now you're in an amazing position. And then we look at you building that healthier relationship with your money, your financial wellness, the way you think about money, the way you talk about money, the way you feel about money, because that is going to be the game changer of that long-term transformation that you have in my program, right? It's easy to say like, oh, here's your new budget. Here's how you save. Here's how you pay off debt. But it's so much deeper than that, because if it was that simple, you would have done that a long time ago, right? So yes, if you are like, I need that support, Nishea, the investment is $3,750. And that's us working together over the next 90 days, where we will meet weekly. You will also have access to me Monday through Friday and Messenger if you need support in between sessions, whatever it may be. But yes, I invite you to book a call if you're like, I need that. And come back on Monday, because I'm going to start closing out. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to start closing out with how to really end 2023 on a positive note in your finances and really prepare for 2024 so that you're going into the new year with a plan and steps that you can take so that you are set successful financially, even if you decide that you don't necessarily need my support or support from any coach, and you want to do it on your own. So I look forward to seeing y'all on Monday. Have an awesome weekend. Stay safe and later.